Hello, hello, hello. Let me just check that we are live. I am not too sure. Yes, it looks like we are live. So, ladies and gentlemen, hello, hello, hello. It's good to see you all. I haven't uploaded a video this week. Okay. Sorry, because I'm going live, I had to check that I was live and make sure that we're kind of streaming. So today's video, I wanted to give you a little bit of a story, and these sessions I'm gonna just tell you a few stories from my life that may assist someone out there and perhaps can serve as some motivation. And I think today what I want to talk to you about is when I took my daughter to Warner Brothers. So I took my daughter to Warner Brothers I've taken her a number of times, but I took her to the Warner Brothers theme park in Abu Dhabi about a month ago. And we were walking around and, we were having a lot of fun. There's lots of sounds, lots of people all around you, and there's it's quite a noisy place because lots of rides going, people screaming on rides. You just kind of hear in the background like a zh and kind of sounds. It's all indoors, but it's very colorful. So we were walking through the where was the Batman sort of area. So it was kind of dark, but loads of kind of lights, like greenish lights from the Joker aspects of it. And I was walking with her, and my phone rang, so I just very quickly picked it up and said it was someone trying to sell me a credit card or something like that, and I just said, thanks, not interested. And looked around, and I just saw my daughter I just couldn't see her, so I hung up the phone. And at the time, I was at this crossroad, like basically, if I kept going straight, I would have gone one way, and there's a turn to the left. So basically, she could have gone any one of three directions. She could have kept going straight, she could have turned left, or she could have gone back. And I wasn't sure which way she'd gone, so initially, I just stood there. And I started saying, Sarah, Sarah, where are you? Sarah, Sarah. And I didn't know which way to go and look. So I'd, take a few steps one way and then come back. Take a few steps the other way, come back. Take a few steps the other way, come back. And I was stressing because, it's not a cool thing to lose a child. And let alone, lose a child when it's your watch and, your wife, who knows what she's going to say when I go home and it's like, you did what? So I'm like quite stressed now. So I'm kind of going, Sarah. And here's the thing. Initially, I'm kind of, when I shouted, Sarah, 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 a few people turned. And sometimes I'd be a little bit, what would people think if I did something? What would people think if I did this? What would people think if I did that? But in that moment, I didn't give a damn. Because you see, when something is so important and when the consequences are so high, who cares what anyone thinks? You got to get a result no matter what people think. And so initially, I got into it. I did sort of go, Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. And then afterwards, I was shouting like, Sarah, Sarah. And then I'd run one way, come back, run, come back, run the other way and come back. And I had no sign of her. So I thought, so I went and spoke to one of the security guards and I said, excuse me, can you help me? I need to find my daughter, I don't know where she is, can you help me? So he said, okay. What does she look like? I described the daughter, and then he said, okay, you have to go to the security gate. I was going to leave, because if I leave, like what if she comes back? We have a lot of people. It happens a lot. Just go there, just your daughter to them, and they'll help you. Now, here's another thing. Like, typically, after if I've done things in the past and I don't enough success at the beginning, I kind of just you know what? Let's just no need to keep trying. But you see, when something is so important to you that there's no option, you just do whatever it takes. Like, I didn't give up. I didn't just say, "Oh, this is too much work." I had to get the result. So I went, okay, you know what? I go, and I ran. Like, not that I did not want to run at the time, but I ran to the thing, and I said, "Hey, listen," I described my daughter, everything, and then I kind of ran and just stayed looking for her. I told the security I'll be over there looking, and fortunately, like, someone came and someone did find her. Like, one of the security guards, they were amazing. And I don't even know if she realized she was missing. She was like over with some kids playing, right? Like, I was like, "Where was she?" They were like, "Oh, she was just playing with some kids by this ride." I was like, "Oh God." But what I learned, how when something is so important to you, it doesn't matter what people think. You'll do whatever it takes. It's so important that you've made a few mistakes. It doesn't matter that you get it wrong the first time. It doesn't matter and you didn't succeed. Keep going, and because failure is not an option. It has to happen. And I learned a lot that day. It was, it was a tough lesson. But to be honest with you, some of our best lessons are the toughest lessons. You got to make things so important to you. Make something care. Hopefully, that these thoughts can potentially guide you a little bit more. They have certainly given me an amazing. By the way, the best lessons that we have are the toughest. They are a little bit of a kick. I know, some of the people have succeeded, have had the toughest lessons, and so even though it was perhaps it was a little bit embarrassing, it was a little stressful, and I did feel bad. At the same time, it has taught me a lot. And to be honest with you, I take some of the toughest things in my life and I say, how can I use this to help other people? So hopefully this story can help you, and in some of your lives and some of your challenges and some of the things that you may not be getting results on, perhaps because you aren't trying that hard. And there are loads of things that I don't get results on that I'm not trying that hard at. And I think it's just sometimes we need to take something we really want, or we think that we really want, and up how important it is. Make it a do or die. Because once it's a do or die, once there's no option but to succeed, we find a way. So this is Muneer coming at you on this live video, and thank you for tuning in. I hope you get some value, and I will catch you on another video very soon. Thank you. Now I gotta